Hello friends, Running Kimono here. So in today's video, we are going to talk about something really crazy that happened a couple weeks back to me. And I wanted to make a video because I know a lot of you are into reselling perhaps your stockpile or hosting a yard sale or just reselling altogether. A lot of us are trying to make a couple dollars any way that we can. And with that, a lot of us can be a little bit naive. You're not thinking that someone's going to hustle you for some used dishes or DVDs, but it happens. And I just wanted to share my story time. And maybe you can let me know in the comments down below what you think of all of this. Backstory to all of this is my mom recently moved out of a home that she had for 50 plus years. And with it, every floor had like 2 or 3 vacuums, like a regular, Dyson upright, and then the stick vac, and just like a shampoo cleaner. Like she had multiples of everything, lots of DVDs, lots of everything in the house that had been a memory for 50 plus years. You can only imagine. Now, with that, more than half of this stuff filled up our garage because I had a very difficult time selling it when she first sold the house. It just was hard for me. I wanted to hang on to everything. And in the last 6 months, I'm like, I have to just hunker down, start donating, reselling, finding a better home for this stuff because I can't keep it for the rest of my life. And I think a lot of you that are going through that, if you ever had a parent sell a home that they had their whole life, you probably can understand exactly what I'm talking about. So a couple weeks back, I hosted a little yard sale, and towards the end of the day, so like around 3-4 o'clock, I usually go right till 4, which is a little bit later, but the traffic was pretty good. The final hour or so, there was a lot less customers, but these 2 ladies showed up in a very expensive sedan. I'm not going to give specifics, but I'm just going to kind of paint a picture for you. They were both really well dressed and probably early 60s and very chatty, overly chatty, but very nice. And I was like, oh, just regular people. Something like this has never happened to me either. So that's why all of this is just so alarming. So one lady had an order for about $25 and she gave me $30. So I gave her $5 back. And then the second lady told me she only had $100 bill and her order was like, I think, $22 or something like that. So I had to give her change and she's like, well, can you break this? So I'd owe her $78. I'm like, yeah, no problem. And so she was still looking for something else. So she went back to grab something else and I was getting her $78 back. And I had bagged all of her stuff up and I had the $78 in my hand, and then she's like, well, give me my change. And I'm like, well, where's my $100 bill? She's like, I already gave it to you. Here's the interesting thing. She never did. And it was such a long day. So many people that, I helped and sold items to that I just thought, for a second, I'm like, what? But I had a friend show up and she bought 2 vacuums and gave me a crisp $100 bill about an hour ago. And I only had one $100 bill in my billfold. And I'm like, well, this woman said to me, very matter-of-factly, she's like, I saw you had that $100 bill in your billfold. I'm like, no, that's from my friend, Karen, who was here about an hour ago. And she bought 2 vacuums from me. And that's what that's from. And then she's like, oh, she opens up her wallet. Her $100 bill is there. She just like leers at me and just shoves it towards me. And then I give her $78 and she's just kind of like huffing and puffing. And I'm like, okay, so you wanted $22 of free merch plus $78 from me. So like $100. This potentially could have been a $100 mistake that I would have to just eat. And thankfully I remembered Karen bought those 2 vacuums and she paid with the $100 bill, which is a weird amount to pay at a yard sale because like $100 is a very large bill. But I remembered, and thankfully she was just there like maybe 30 minutes previous, and yeah, she saved me. 3 weeks later, I'm still kind of thinking about this, so I did look it up, and yes, the fact that it was the end of the day, the way they were chatting me up, I think they really wanted to confuse me or put some like confusion in my head that bill was passed, but it in fact wasn't, and it's actually a scam. Really, guys, if you are having a yard sale, selling whatever, definitely put any larger bills in a second wallet. And keep it somewhere safe, of course. It's always smart to have a second person with you at the sale. just in case things go sideways. It's your home. You can always put up a camera as well, maybe just to focus on you giving out change or what people are buying. And really trust nobody. These two, dressed to the nines, exceptionally chatty, really nice. But when things went sideways, they like bolted for their car, um, arguing with me about that $100 bill, which was weird. I should have never have opened up my billfold where she could see what I had because, when you don't have a $100 bill, you notice other $100 bills, that old saying. It's just very odd behavior. And what struck me the most about all of this was I was never offered up a single apology. If I made that mistake, I would have been apologizing 10 times to Sunday, and just really own a mistake. She didn't, and she was very irritated with me. I narrowly missed this. In the comments down below, let me know what you think, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.